hit something. Yep, I did. I hit something stupid somewhere because I did that, and now it works.
Yay.
Hooray!
It's fine. All right, so we are actually live. Holy hell. Look at that.
It's a miracle.
Yeah, miracle of all miracles.
Ah,
Yay.
get the camera.
Pretty much. Jesus. And look at that. We're not dropping any frames. It is a legit miracle, people. Okay, sorry. We've had technical difficulty after technical difficulty today, but technical difficulties be damned, we are here.
It has been figured out.
We are live. Jesus. Well, welcome to the Magic Tavern, new series we're going to be doing on Tuesdays called Tales from the Tavern. We're going to be playing D&D live. We're doing a little warm-up, one-shot. As you can see on the screen, we'll be doing the Yawning Portals, Tomb of Horrors, as just a little working out the kinks and making sure we know how Roll20 works and making sure everything's going to work. And then once we are done with that, we'll be going into a full campaign DM'd by BDC. And we'll be doing that right now. It is tentatively being called the Uncut Gems. And we'll see how that goes. And that one will be coming up. But this right now is just a session 0 talking to our players and going through some of the things that we'll be doing over the next couple of weeks every Tuesday night, as long as God doesn't try to smite my internet connection again. Oh, so how's everybody doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
Oh, yeah. Frustrated, but I'm here.
I can't complain here.
Same.
Yep, survived the rain today.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah.
A monsoon outside.
Oh, I know.
But yeah, so I just closed the window I wanted, but that's cool. Yeah. So we'll go through and talk a little bit about everybody's characters and the Tomb of Horrors itself. So who here knows anything about the Tomb of Horrors? Anybody?
I know that it was the Tomb of Annihilation is based off of it.
Yeah. The Tomb of Annihilation is pretty much the
more fun version. The more player friendly.
It is a lesser version, yes, of the Tomb of Horrors. The Tomb of Horrors is an original adventure that was written all the way back in 1975.
By Gary Gygax himself.
Yes, Gary Gygax.
Douchebag be damned.
And believe it or don't, I know nothing about this adventure.
Oh,
and I was around back, not 75, but by 80, 82.
So there are the main reason this was created. Gygax created it to challenge his players and anybody that claimed to have a high advanced knowledge of the game. It was used at Origins, the very first Origins convention, and was run as a competition.
And how many people ran that and actually had fun?
A lot of people had fun because that's what it was there for. I mean, they used to run actual competitions for D&D. I don't know if you know that or not, Panda.
No.
Back in the day, what they would do at Origins and things like that, you would have people show up to the convention with just handfuls of character sheets pre-made, ready to go. And what they would do is they would run through adventures like the Tomb of Horrors that were either short dungeons or everybody ran the exact same adventure. And you got points based on how long you lived, how much treasure you picked up. Game. Yeah, it was just a survival game at that point. And the Tomb of Horrors was the first one that they ever did that with. There are stories out there, albeit them not as confirmed, that the actual reason he made this adventure is because he was sick and tired of his home group, including his son, walking through thinking they were gods. So he decided
Yeah.
to put them in their place.
As one DM does.
Yeah. And,
You,
and
you wouldn't know
created
anything
this.
about that, would you, Panda?
I've
So-
done it a couple times in my time.
So
There's always a reckoning.
yeah, I believe it to be true. I could totally see him going, you know what? I'll show these little shits. You want to you want to think you're a god and you think you're just gonna walk through this? No, no, no. I'm gonna teach you a thing or two. And boy, howdy did he! This adventure is not for the faint of heart. It is absolutely brutal. It is not a matter of will you complete it. It's a matter of how many of you will be left when you decide to run.
Oh no, no, there is no run.
Is
Got
there
it. Cap dies first.
is there an end to the Tomb of Horrors? Yes.
Oh, is there?
Technically, yeah.
How many people have ever seen the end? That is up for debate.
Wow.
Um,
Well,
Probably
challenge
10.
accepted.
I'd say at least 10.
Yeah, I'm sure maybe 10 the entire
That's
time
right.
since 1975. I'm sure 10 people have made it through this.
And people. Yeah, I hope more than that.
Um, the it's been recently republished, of course, as you can see on the screen, in the Yawning Portal book for 5th edition, and they changed a few things from the original, but not many. Most of the
Like how
things
poison works.
I say most of the things that ended up changing came because of changes in the rules, not the actual dungeon as written. Yeah, poison. Back when this was written in 1st edition, poison was death. That was it. If you failed the save, as I understand, I mean I wasn't around back then, but from what I understand, if you failed the save and you were poisoned, that was death. The end. Game over. You get nothing, sir. Good day.
Take or death.
Yeah. In 5th edition, of course, if you get poisoned, there is poison damage associated with different traps and different things, and you get disadvantage on your attacks and skill checks. But it is a lot more forgiving than death. So,
Many,
know.
many things are.
you can thank your lucky stars that maybe you won't die the first time you get poisoned in this place. Maybe.
Just maybe.
Maybe.
Also, when I told everybody that we were going to do this as a run up, because I've wanted to run this for a very long time, I told everybody to make 1st level characters because what I had read I misread. And I was like, yeah, just make 1st level characters, you'll be fine. And then I started reading, and just going through the adventure quickly went, oh, that's not right. So I had to go look it up, and it is made for 10th through 14th level
You
characters.
see, I think that this would have made a much more funny story if you wouldn't have read that at all. And we would have walked in here and TPK'd on the first encounter.
You guys wouldn't have made it through the first hallway.
Oh my god.
Like, it's not even a joke. Like you wouldn't not have made it 15 feet into the dungeon, and
That's
one of you,
awesome.
at least, if not all of you, would be dead.
Oh, it would have been funny.
It would have been hilarious.
5 great minutes of D&D right there.
The shortest campaign ever run.
So
Mm-hmm.
you guys walk into the temple and you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
You looked at the wall the wrong way, and it killed you.
He didn't.
Congratulations. So, do any of you know? So you guys don't really know a lot about it at all. I expected you guys to know a little more of the basics, and I don't want to tell you anything that you don't know.
I don't look at anything past 3.5. Like
Let's see.
anything past that, I don't touch it, dude.
Let's see. It was printed in 75 at Origins. It was revised in 77 for Advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
So 2nd edition, right?
Yes, in 2nd edition. Um, in 1998, or sorry, in 81, it was republished again as a 32-page booklet with identical text but new full color cover, which is the one that a
Oh,
lot of us are used to seeing, which
Mhm.
I can bring up on screen maybe.
It's
Maybe.
just one of those adventures. It's actually before my time. 75. Of course, I didn't go to any of the big cons back then. It was all college. Me and some friends from college. So never heard of it. Of course, along the way, I did hear about it, but I didn't know. Yeah, I just never had
There we
the
go.
pleasure of dying in this temple
That
or this dungeon.
is fuzzy as it is. It's an old publication and I'm zoomed in on it. But this is the original full colored cover. Fun times. Yeah, there you go.
Classic, man.
Yeah, old school D&D, you know. But yeah, let me go back to. Here we go. In 1998, it was reprinted the module was reprinted as part of Return to the Tomb of Horrors, a whole new module, an expansion, and a sequel to the original adventure. It was still written for second edition, and Wizards of the Coast released an updated version of the original module for a free download in 2005 on Halloween, retaining much of the original content. The updated content is from the Dungeons Dragons supplement book, Libris Mortis.
I actually have that book behind me.
hmm the updated version was designed for use in 3.5 edition rules and was also adapted into a novel of the same name
Yeah,
for the Greyhawk series.
makes sense.
Yeah. Let's see. July 2010, they released two adventures, being the Tomb of Horrors name. One's a hardcover super adventure, which builds on and expands the legend of the original tomb, using the canon Return to the Tomb of Horrors as a starting point. So yeah, there you go. And then that was for fourth edition, and then of course in 2017 it was done in the Yawning Portal for fifth edition. So the Tomb of Horrors has been in every single edition of D&D. It is one of the most classic adventures, short of things like, you know, the Temple of Elemental Evil and things of that nature. It's probably one of the most popular adventures. It definitely has one of the most popular bad guys. If you see him,
Is that
Mm-hmm.
is that guy yawning on the on the cover there?
he's either yawning or he is just scared like a little girl. One of the two. I don't know.
I'm
Thor,
pretty sure he's yelling commands, guys.
Yeah, I think he's telling us we're gonna die. Yeah, something like that.
Thor looks terrified. That's all I have to say. He's not doing great, but it's fine. So I guess let's go ahead and jump into some of the characters real quick. Let's start with my personal favorite. Sorry,
Oh
guys.
no.
I have to hear about Cap. Um, let's just give it to BDC and he can take it from there.
All right, guys. We talked about doing this, like you said. We've been wanting to do this a while, and he mentioned it last time. And we had I think we were on cold brew one night, and the Captain America build came through, and I'm like, yes, yes, very much so. I didn't follow that perfect build because I had something else I wanted to do too. But anyway, uh, it's the Cap. Let me read this real quick, just to. All right. The captain, as he would prefer to be addressed, was orphaned at a young age. He was, however, adopted shortly by a high ranking official of the Purple Dragons of Coromir. Latching on to the first real father figure he ever had, he did everything to try and please him. But while his father raised in the rank to the heights of general, of which he preferred to be addressed, the boy would only ever be called by his given name, Rod Jeers. spelled R-O-D, last name Jyers. He would climb the ranks quick enough, but he had a real problem taking orders from men who seemed to care nothing for justice or good. In both the City Guard and the Purple Dragons, Rod was expelled for disobeying orders while dealing out what justice he saw fit for evildoers. That's when he went rogue and even disappearing from home and became a vigilante, known as Captain Cormier. A hero to the people and yet the bane to his father and authorities. And once they finally captured him, it was inevitable, right?
No,
They
of course.
realized, they realized to imprison or kill him would just cause a riot of monstrous proportions. He was a hero to the people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So instead, they issued an injunction from the king himself forbidding him to ever use the name Coromir in any fashion or even wear the purple or even the symbol of the purple dragon on his shield or suit. Now he spends most of his time doing odd jobs for the Adventurers Guild, but mostly has become a dungeon expert. He and his trusty sidekick, his mastiff Bucky, now thwart evil deep in the nether regions of the dungeon and uses the gold he makes to do good wherever he can.
Awesome. Rod Jeers. I love it. Captain Rod Jeers.
Captain.
with his sidekick Mastiff Bucky. So, full disclosure, BDC texted me yesterday and goes, "Hey, I would like to have an animal sidekick, a Mastiff, with me." And so, after thinking about it for a minute, I was like, "You know what? If you want to bring a dog into this hellhole, by all means."
It dies first encounter guaranteed.
You do what you want, but if the dog dies in here, it's on you. I had
I'm
nothing
not
to do with
wasting
it.
a revivify on it. I hope you know this.
Full disclosure, animal lovers don't hate me. It's just the story, okay? Don't I wouldn't do this in real life, of course. But
If
this is
anybody
the captain.
survives, it'll be Bucky.
that would be amazing.
Yeah, the only one left at the end of the day is Bucky the dog.
Well, he can carry 195 pounds worth of loot, so hey.
The dog's rich when he gets out.
Yep.
Gets the best life.
But I did the variant human with Rod of the Cap and took Tavern Brawler right off the bat so that he could be proficient with improvised weapons. Because the shield, as much as we could have janked it around a little bit. I was trying to keep from janking things too much. And so the shield is an improvised weapon no matter how I use it. I coupled that down the road since we're level 10. I had three other actually ability score improvements. One of which I put into my dex, and now I do have an 18 in both strength and dexterity. Don't ask me about the rest of it. We did move it around to where I do have a 14 intelligence. It was a 9, but we decided that since I'm going to pull some spells, I better know something.
I'm sitting there and I walk in there and he's making the character and everything. I'm just like, so what archetype? And he's like an Eldritch Knight. And I look at him and I look at the character sheet and there's a 9 on his intelligence. Now, can anybody else tell me why that is wrong?
For you in the back, that's wrong.
Yeah. A spellcaster with that low of intelligence is probably not great.
No.
Trying to but anyway, before I get to my subclass, took Shield Master, like I said, so that I could have some special deals with the shield. And also trying not to be too meta here, and I think I'm glad I did it. I took Dungeon Delver.
Yeah.
Which is explained by his backstory. Now, when I did it the first time, I wrote this up the first time to play. I used the fighting style protection. I can't remember the subclass. It doesn't matter. Instead of protection, I don't know why I did that. I guess it's because I didn't know that Tasha's had a thrown weapons fighting style.
Yeah.
So I took that, of course, dust, and I can throw my improvised weapons, which is mainly a shield. I can also bash people in the head with it with about the same accuracy. Bad thing is when it comes to throwing things as a tavern brawler, I can do the same damage with a chair apparently. But doesn't matter. Isn't that weird? Isn't
Yeah.
that weird?
A little bit.
So you're asking me why Eldritch Knight? All right. The main thing is number one, uh, it gives me 2 bonded weapons with which I can return with a bonus action once I throw them.
Yes.
So I don't have to roll a perfect, roll acrobatics, athlete, whatever it would be, to try to catch it again. It'll come
Yeah.
back to me.
Yeah.
And plus, I'm able to pull evocation spells, which is, of
Mhm.
course, things like lightning and fire and thunder and all sorts of fun little damaging properties. And so this is why I took Eldritch Knight. Not only do I have the shield, but I have the hammer, of which I can throw and return to me and cast like thunder damage on it. And
Yeah.
So I'm full on Cap in game, man.
Yeah. So we got Captain America out here throwing hammers and shields. He thinks he's Cap from Endgame. So I mean, you know me. I love weird builds. I love builds that are based off of movie characters or things of the nature. So I thought it
Now
was amazing.
the now Bucky, I didn't just is this not a mastiff? Lord, I'd never take it's a regular mastiff into this any dungeon. That would be ludicrous. He wouldn't, like you said, he wouldn't last a minute. You've seen the buildup that have I sent you a sheet?
Yeah, you sent it to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
We found a what do they call it? Basically a class for the dog
Hmm.
to build him on, which gave him hit point extras, gave him ability score increases,
Yeah.
gave him a subclass even. He's a scout. I didn't make him an attack dog.
No,
He
he's
get
a scout.
himself killed.
Yeah.
He's got a +6 in athletics, a +6 in insight, and a +7 in stealth. So yeah.
But the real question is does he have enough stats to survive?
I don't know. He's got 36 hit points and a 16 AC. I put a breastplate on that sucker. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
Let's talk about the cost on that. I think something said that the cost of the dog's breastplate would be twice what mine would be.
Yeah, because it's got to be custom made. You can't just walk into
Exactly.
a armor shop and blacksmith and go, "Hey, do you have one that'll fit my dog?"
Yeah, exactly. Part of what they gave him, of course, he's got keen hearing and smell, which means he has advantage on wisdom perception checks. Hopefully, that'll help us. Um, he can take the dodge, dash, help, hide, and disengage actions.
Yes.
I gave him the moderately armored feat just to back up the fact that he's armored. They gave him like the wind, increases all speeds by 10 feet. We'll have to talk about that because that gives him a 50 speed.
Yeah, he's a dog.
He's a fast sucker, yeah.
And he'd be able to move faster than you guys.
Exactly.
He could die faster than us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll need to because he only got 36 hit points, man.
The question is, can the dog sniff out a trap? That's the important part.
We'll find out.
He can set one off for us.
Well, the funny thing is, yeah, really.
He can find a trap all right.
See if Cap's like my original D&D character. He was known as the Trap Finder. I fell in more pits than anybody in the group. The really cool thing about Cap is he's not doing too bad on stealth himself. I ended up to the point of having to pick from some stuff, and it's like, well, stealth and sleight of hand. He's got a +8 in both. So
I told everybody when they're making their characters and stuff. I mean, you can metagame this. You know what you're walking into. You know it's a true old school dungeon. You know it's deadly. You know that it's it's one of the most hardcore dungeons D&D's ever had. So yeah, I mean, make sure that your characters have every advantage they can get.
yeah,
Mhm.
to round it up as a scout, he has proficiency with dex saves. He gains uncanny dodge. He can bonus action hide or disengage now with that.
Yeah.
If he remains still or gets in dim dark, he can become invisible to creatures without blind sight.
Mm.
So he can hide really well. and finally reaction when made the target of an attack to disengage. He can disengage and move half his speed towards an ally. That's a spell
Nice.
thing, trying to hit him with a spell. But anyways, we'll see how it works out. I thought it looked pretty good and would help keep him alive at least, first few rooms.
Yeah. One of the reasons I wanted to run this so badly was because it's not necessarily just it's not a grinder, you know what I mean? Like it's not just fight after fight after fight and let's see how many you can survive. Like this is I told Lexi yesterday, this is a thinking man's dungeon.
It's an honest to God dungeon crawl.
Yeah, there are traps, there are puzzles, there are probably more puzzles in it than there are fights.
Oh God, brain power.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys need to bring your thinking caps. There will be all sorts of puzzles.
Do you have
and
enough money for
riddles.
one?
Enough money for what? A brain?
A thinking
A
cap.
thinking cap.
I would like a headband of intellect IRL.
Well,
Yeah.
I gave you guys 15,000 gold. You should have thought of that.
Well, I'm not done
I think
spending.
that's still a
So
little out of our price.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that can't wait to see the cap in action. We'll see how that goes and his trusty sidekick Bucky.
All I have to say is assemble.
On your left. So
I could do this all day.
Mhm.
so I'm not
Go
gonna
ahead.
lie, I haven't memorized everybody's character's name. Who is Hurt?
That's me.
Okay. Why don't you tell us about Hurt, Panda?
Well, let's see.
Here, I can
He's a bit of a
put him on the screen.
douchebag. I'll come right out and say that.
Yay.
He is a trickery domain cleric with a little bit of a splash of rogue in him. He worships the goddess Beshaba. For those of you who know who that is,
Okay. You made an evil character. Cool.
maybe.
No,
Just maybe.
it's not a maybe. I'm looking at your character sheet. It says chaotic evil.
And he's an untrusting tiefling who had some bad run-ins, a lot of horrible times. Grew up like the captain as an orphan, but got the short end of the stick and had to fend for himself his whole life.
This is D&D. Everybody's an orphan.
Hey, hold on now.
Well, they will be.
Yeah.
Next character I make is going to be the most the most loved character
Yeah.
backstory wise.
His parents follow him around from town to town.
Yeah.
You're doing so well. Anyway, continue.
But,
Did you not get the underwear?
he doesn't trust fucking anybody. If I'm being completely honest with you, I didn't write a backstory for this.
No, it's,
Yeah,
it's,
see, I didn't either because I mean I just thought it was gonna die anyway. So
what? Why waste my time?
Yeah.
No,
I
it's
always
fine.
want-
You
I always
guys-
wanted to spend a week creating a character just to see him die in the first couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never making a backstory wasn't a necessity of this one, so that's no
No.
big deal.
Just can't help ourselves.
Yeah, I know, right?
I will say that he is very loosely based off of Kurt Wagner, the Nightcrawler.
It's Wagner.
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 It's because of his accent.
He's German.
It's
get that.
Wagner in English, boy.
Oh, geez.
You're in America. You're in Coromir, boy.
That's it. I'm logging off.
Oh, just wait.
So let's see. I'm looking here. You got the trickery domain. I see.
Yes, I do. It's pretty nice. Mostly took that for fun.
Yeah.
Being able to be in two places at once is kind of a nice thing.
Yeah, the invoke duplicities. Not terrible. I mean, anybody that's watched Critical Role season 2 knows that it doesn't always help as much as you would think.
Yeah. we've made a couple of amendments to domain spells here.
Yeah.
Well, just one technically.
Hmm.
The second level spell of which one was it? I actually have my player's handbook up right now.
Is Misty Step. You traded one for Misty Step.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what the one that I traded was.
I can't remember, but it was pretty much for
Mirror image.
yeah, mirror image. We traded that for Misty Step so that he could be more like Nightcrawler from the X-Men.
Teleport around a little bit. Yeah. So tieflings, right?
Yeah.
They have what are called virtue names.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Where's the thing?
I don't know what you're looking for.
Blah blah blah. Tieflings born into another culture typically have names relative to that culture. Some of the names derived from infernal language, passed down through generations. Blah blah blah. And some younger tieflings, striving to find a place in the world, adopt a name that signifies a virtue or other concept,
Mm-hmm.
and then try to embody that concept.
Okay. So you chose Hurt. Emo.
Pain.
Mind you, it's not exactly just hurting somebody physically.
Okay.
Trickery comes in many forms.
Yeah.
Bad luck, as it would seem, causes some kind of hurt
Yeah.
to a lot of people.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So you got a Trickery Domain Cleric at level 8 and 2 levels of Rogue. Why did you decide on the 2 levels of Rogue besides the
Because,
obvious?
to be honest,
Or was it just for the obvious?
pretty much just for the obvious.
Yeah.
I don't know what's gonna happen during this. I don't know if there's ever gonna be like any level up things happening.
Yeah.
But the plan is that if we do get one of those, he would go into the swashbuckler. Because he's
okay,
not
yeah.
so much of your sit back and cast spells cleric as he is, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of what we're fighting cleric.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Mind you,
one of the magic items you took was what? The flame tongue rapier?
yeah, I had a rapier that was flame tongue.
Nice.
And it does quite a bit of fucking damage whenever I have that fire going.
Yeah. No, not bad. Not bad. 71 hit points, high armor class. That's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
All right.
I might still die at a couple hits.
Maybe. All right, Halkid, let's talk about. I'm going to try to pronounce this. Maznik Stronghorn.
Yep, that's it.
Hey, I got it right. Look at me go.
We are.
Or Mazin for short.
Mazin. Okay. Okay.
Basically, life's hard in the mountains. And in the mountains, there's monsters. Lots and lots of monsters. If they're not above ground, they're underground. And so, every young dwarf in his life always has to go through a bit of military training. Some decide to go into crafting with the other castes, or continue on with their lives in the service of the clans. Maznik, on the other hand, he found out he was really good at hunting monsters, and so he made it a career, leaving his home far behind, only armed with his dwarven tosser and a heavy crossbow. He has scouted across the lands hunting monsters for personal gain and or fame.
Very nice. Very nice. So let's see. You are a ranger, level 10. Like it. So tell everybody about the weapon that you that you asked if we could do.
So at first, I was wanting to do a heavy bow gun from Monster Hunter
Yes.
because why not? And I thought it was a funny request.
Which I did show him the other day.
Yeah,
by the way.
I did actually see what those are. Yes.
Possibly one of my. It's like my second favorite weapon to use in the series, but I figured it would kind of fit, but I decided to actually like back down mainly because I didn't want to actually like try to work it out for damage wise.
Yeah.
And let's face it, a heavy crossbow is basically the same thing, just without gunfire ammunitions.
Yeah. Without black powder and being involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Your favorite enemies, humanoids and the undead. Probably a wise choice.
Never trust the drow.
Yeah, never.
Yeah.
Ever, ever. Oh man. Forest, mountains, and the Underdark for your favorite terrains. What fighting style did you take? Oh, two weapon fighting and spell casting. So does everybody yes, everybody in this group has magic.
hmm
Yeah.
I'm a magic user.
So yeah,
Yep.
every single one
Yeah.
of you, even the fighter has spells.
Yep.
Do
I mean, to be
any
fair, I don't think rangers should have spells, but you know, that's just me.
It is kind of weird. I always wondered about that. Like they get so many other things. Like why were spells necessary? But that's a debate for another day. Let's see who. Let's see. Let's pull them up. Who's got? Any of you have a high Arcanus check?
I don't have a great intelligence.
I
That's
think.
elf magic.
Yeah, no, you have a 0.
I'm a charisma wisdom person.
That brings us to last but not least, Lexi's character, who
Mhm.
she wasn't feeling too good last week, so I helped her get this character together. She kind of gave me some parameters to run with, and I ran with it.
Yeah. Which you have the sheet with you, so
Yeah, it's
the things that I remember, her name is Scarla Twitch, and
mhm,
let's see, she is a sorcerer, I believe,
mhm.
um, and just kind of your natural healer, helper kind of person. Um, carries a lot of like potions, stuff like that to help along with the magic.
Yeah, for sure. It's a see level 10 sorcerer, just level 10 like everybody else. The
hmm
draconic bloodline. Um, s- what what she ended up taking. We've got
Yeah.
the black dragon, so that acid damage
hmm
is fun. Of course, using spells like acid splash and poison spray, but most of the spells that she ended up taking are more utility than damage.
hmm
When you've got a fighter, a ranger, and a cleric that bash things, having someone that can do the other stuff is always helpful. Uh,
Yeah.
things like Mage Hand and True Strike and Featherfall and Spider Climb and
hmm
Knock. The spells like that, the ones that'll really help you navigate as opposed to being the DPS of the situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see. Meta magics are always fun. I think she's got Quickened Spell, Empowered Spell, and Twin Spell. Um, wasn't a need for some of the other ones like Careful Spell. Not a lot of big AoEs when you know you're going into a dungeon that's confined area. So, but yeah, good old Scarlet Twitch. And
hmm
she has an Arcana check. How about that? She's got a +6. That's handy. At least somebody does. You've all got a lot of you have you know stealth and um, perception. She's got good investigation and insight. So at least you got somebody in the group that's got a higher intelligence score. It's gonna be fun. Let's see what this says. I'm pulling up the Enroll 20. It says about the original. See, it was born in Gygax's home campaign, introduced to the world at Origins, which we already talked about. In the words of its creator, this is a thinking person's adventure. It was designed not for a player character of a certain level, though high level adventurers are certainly necessary, but for players who enjoy a mental challenge and DMs who want to put their own spin on a truly unique dungeon. So yeah.
Sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun.
I can't wait for us to get to the first puzzle and take 30 minutes trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can hear the chat screaming already.
There's a big plaque on the wall that says press button, and nobody saw it.
Yeah.
It's a trap.
Everybody roll perception. 1, 4, 3.
So
Shit.
one of
That's
the
fair.
last things that I really wanted to make sure and go over with you guys about the adventure before we jump in next week headlong is, do remember that this is Dungeons and Dragons back to its core. This isn't what we're used to. This
Oh,
isn't.
no, this is just brutal. This is brutality.
Yeah, and remember that all those items we laugh at in the adventurers kit may come in really handy.
Yeah. I've
Things-
got to actually look up and see what all of those things are.
Things,
I
Crowbar,
have a
rope,
list
and
of them
chalk.
on my computer already.
yeah, things like your rope, your 50 feet of rope. Things like pittons and cow trips,
Or
10-foot poles. Things of those nature become much
Oh yeah, that's one thing I need to buy.
more necessary than when we're used to playing.
mhm.
The other thing that is fairly obvious, because we've talked about this before, but just to state the obvious, this adventure is not to be nice. it is a meat grinder of an adventure.
No fudging rolls or anything.
Yeah, no. From your lovely DM here, there will be no fudging of the rolls on my side. It's going to be, it is what it is.
No tomfoolery.
If you say you do something, I may give you a chance and go, "Are you sure?" And if you say yes,
Maybe. Just a maybe.
it is what it is. At that point, it's going to be it's going to be, it is what it is.
You will live by your consequences
Yeah,
and how you choose them.
you definitely will. There are, luckily enough for you guys, there aren't as many insta-kill traps in the 5th edition version, mainly because poison doesn't kill you on the spot
Yeah,
now.
because insta kill isn't fun.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't get it twisted. There are a few spots where it will insta-kill you.
Well, yeah, no, that makes sense. But I'm just saying that having a bajillion of them.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
It's
Oh, we got this.
not a lot of fun. We need to add. I'll do this and I'll assign it to you, BDC. I need to add Bucky into here, and I will get all of your tokens set up so that,
Oh, yeah.
because the way we will be doing this is on Roll20 with the dynamic lighting. So when you load it up next time, when I put you on the right screen, you will be on a black screen. You will see nothing. Your tokens, once placed on the board, will be able to be moved by you on your turn, a certain amount of feet, and it will reveal the map as you go. And it will change lighting based on where you are.
And one thing I do want to point out to everybody who has a projectile, Hulk already knows about it. That little thing up in the top left of the screen on Roll20 is a measuring tape, and you can actually point out like how far something is, just to make sure everybody knows about that beforehand.
Yeah, which thing at the top?
The little like ruler looking thing.
I think ours looks different because I am the DM. Because I don't
It probably
see
does.
a little ruler thing.
Am I allowed to look?
Oh, I see the ruler. I see it. Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there it is. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, you can definitely check all that. Is everybody planning on using the roller on Roll20?
That's one of the things that I was questioning too.
Whatever you think. I mean, I'm game for anything.
I have it set to roll 3D dice. Like if you're watching or if you're on it, you can see it. It'll roll a dice.
Everybody has to turn that on, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you don't have to set it that way. It'll still put it in the chat.
Yeah.
I don't know how long the dice stays there.
I
Actually.
think it only stays for a couple seconds. But it'll tell you what you rolled in the chat anyway,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, and then all those fun things when you have your character sheets up, there are buttons to push for rolling initiative and things of that nature, which I'm sure we will still have to go through certain things while we're playing. This is our first time using Roll20, but it's gonna be fun. Do any of you have any questions before next week?
Now that I think about it, so you gave us 15 gold to do some bullshit with. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with it. So I literally just well, you know what I fucking mean.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Can we spend that on upgraded healing potions or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
You mean like greater healing potions and
Yeah, like
superior?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys can bring anything and everything you want.
Bring the A game. Got it.
Yeah, like
Well,
I said, most of this
Mhm.
ends up being a thinking man's dungeon anyway. So, yeah, I mean, make sure and bring anything you can think of.
I'm gonna need 2 gallons of oil.
Yeah. Just
Mhm.
make sure your character's
rest-
strong enough to carry it, which I think your dwarf is strong enough to carry like 300 pounds. So, should be
I'm
fine.
also gonna need about 300 pounds worth of blasting powder.
What's my carrying? Oh.
Just start blowing things up.
If I bring the entire tomb down on top of it, do I win?
I guess it depends on how you look at it. Like, does your character live? No, but I mean, did you take
I mean, if
out
we set it up
the
to
Temple of
explode.
Evil? Maybe. There's no blowing up the dungeon.
Of course not. It'll take way too much.
This is
It's gonna
in
burn it down.
this is in Greyhawk. I don't even think they have black powder.
I know how to make black powder.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
Are you listening, FBI?
Great. Now my FBI agent is paying attention. I hope.
Oh,
you're
don't
happy.
worry. Whenever my artificer for our Curse of Strahd game, I was looking up how to make it too on my phone. So the FBI agent on there is probably watching me now.
Let's see. What is this? Yeah, this is nah. Okay. So one of the last things we'll go through. We got started kind of late, so it's going to be a shorter one, but I still have to go to bed and go to work tomorrow. So
Yay.
yay!
Lame.
Agreed. You should tell my boss all about it. Maybe
Yeah,
they'll
sure, give
me
me
a
his
day
number.
off. Okay, I will. You call him right now. You guys are going to all be there, not necessarily knowing each other. You will all have made the travel together, but you were all hired by a mysterious benefactor to come and collect as much treasure out of this ancient temple as possible and bring it back where you have been granted half of the treasure that you bring back. While granted, you know, this is a one shot, so does that really matter? No, but it is it is your character's motivations for going in. You will want to get as much treasure as possible to bring back as many things as you can. So keep that in mind.
My motivation is surviving so that we can have another one shot down the road.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I just thought about something.
See if your
Has
character can come back.
anybody asked for a bag of holding with their magic items?
No,
No,
not a single one of you.
but we will now.
Jesse's always the one that's got the bag of holding.
No, I thought it was funny. I was totally expecting all of you to ask for one, and not a single person asked for one.
I totally forgot about it.
I haven't even started spending, so besides some of those few things I've talked about. So yeah.
Yeah, I haven't really looked at like the items and stuff yet either.
Yeah, no, I mean, you guys have time before next Monday, but hopefully we get everything all set up. We will be doing this next Monday. We'll be starting a little earlier.
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yep,
Yep.
Tuesday.
Yep.
As long as my
Mhm.
internet cooperates, which it will. We're probably going to be starting around 8, running as long as we can, probably 11:30 to
Maybe check on
midnight.
it like an hour early just in
I
case.
absolutely am going to. Um,
Mhm.
but we will be
Good man.
running through it. It will be something you do not want to miss. Make sure and subscribe to the channel and like the stream. Tell your friends, all that good stuff. We are actually running a giveaway right now. Let me change OBS over so you can see my pretty face for a minute.
Yay.
Yeah, it's a great time if my camera will cooperate. You know, it's been a day for things not working like they're supposed to, so who knows?
Yeah, story of my life.
I have not got the lighting all set up on my thing, so
Causes that, right?
yes.
Yeah, it only takes
What
one.
if you have like 4 of them set up to go into each other one by one? Or
Bags
what
up
if you throw
things.
like 3 bags of holding into a bag
I think after the
all
first
at
one,
once?
they wouldn't exist. So
Like, what if you throw them all in at once, though?
You want to take
then
out
you
Faroon?
create a bigger hole. Congratulations.
Yeah, now it's a super massive black hole.
Remember who
Yeah,
the fuck you were?
I give up on the
Mhm.
camera. But we are running a giveaway right now. If you are interested in Magic the Gathering, we have the 2 commander decks from Kamigawa that we're giving away. One to one of our followers on Facebook. You can find us there at the Magic Tavern LGS. And one of our lovely followers here on YouTube. So if you would like to subscribe to the page, you will be entered into that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Oh God!
What?
Oh,
Jesus.
sorry, wrong one.
You okay, Hawkins?
He's,
Perfectly fine.
he's
Okay, all right.
he's having
Just the
problems.
existential dread setting in.
Yeah. I'll just wait till next week. That's when
That's why I'm
the
getting it all out now.
I
Yeah.
also forgot about my shadow touched feet, by the way.
yes. What does that do?
Okay, so I get it gives me a +1 in charisma, wisdom, or intelligence. I took the charisma.
Yeah.
Or or the wisdom. I can't remember which one. But
So does being a trickster domain, is that what allows you to use the charisma instead of a wisdom?
no, they're both an 18. The charisma was specifically for the swashbuckler rogue when and
okay.
if he gets there.
I got you. Okay. Well,
Mind you,
if he
if
doesn't
Hurt dies,
die,
I'm gonna make this character in a different world.
if he doesn't die, like BDC said, maybe you can bring him back for another one shot someday.
Yeah. But Shadow Touch feat also gives me 1 free casting of invisibility
Yeah.
and 1 first level spell of necromancer of my choice, and I chose inflict wounds, so have fun with that one.
Inflict wounds.
Yeah.
That doesn't do so well against the undead, does it?
Well, not the undead, but I'm sure there's more than just undead here.
I'm sure there are. Oh man, no, it's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait till next Tuesday to get this started.
So
You just can't wait to kill us all.
if
Yeah.
one of us dies along the way and the whole team doesn't go, do we turn around and make a new character like the old school?
If one of you dies, see, I've been trying to figure out how to do that, right? Because part of me wants to just say you're dead. But
Well, yeah, I understand that part.
if it's week to week, like if this takes more than a couple weeks, which it may, then yeah, we might talk about rolling you up a new character, and
We'll see.
we'll figure it out along the way.
Just play it by ear.
Yeah, well, part of me really worries that you guys are just gonna like prance through this.
because creature rating is bullshit, right?
Yeah, it very much so is. CR is a lie.
For reference, how he put us against a Deva
Yeah,
in the Curse of Strahd game while we were like what, level 5?
5.
Yeah.
5.
And we were level 5 and we killed it.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So
Now there's 5 of them, so it's not like a group of 4, but still.
True.
And I mean,
I went down.
Yeah, you went down. The only thing I changed about it at all was the radiant damage on its hammer. I changed it to being able to do it 3 times instead of every time it hit. But even if I hadn't, you guys still would have killed it. I mean, it might have taken 2 of you out.
Well, see, that's affected the game because now I've got that thing, and I only blast it 3 times, so it controls that at least.
Yeah, it's so great.
Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga.
No. Baba Lazaga.
Oh, that's true. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Bobby
It was a
Lasagna?
knockoff Baba
Pretty much.
Yaga.
Yeah. Well,
you guys
Avatar
survived.
Baba Yaga. I know, we survived a fight with an Avatar of Baba Yaga.
I was sure we were dead. But anyway, that's a different death, different group.
Yeah, a whole different game. But yeah,
Well,
so
you'll be glad to know that I can't get into the same shenanigans I can back in other games with BDC being the dungeon master.
You get away with more with me. I know. You guys break things.
Yeah, Hal gets to have a whole new experience.
Yeah.
New DM and all.
Oh, that just means I got new ways to work around.
Finding new loopholes.
You've just given him an extra layer of challenge.
Whole team of you rules lawyers running through this thing.
So technically,
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna need like 2 gallons of oil and a cloak of many things.
What?
Oh man.
But yeah. So, I was gonna say something. I can't remember what it was now.
And potions are healing potions are expensive.
Yes, they're very
Okay.
expensive.
Wait. Consumable magic items are half the price of ones that stick around. So like an uncommon magic item that is consumable would be $250.
Let's see. Health potions in 5e. Cost. There we go. Let's see. Health potion guide. Potion of healing is 50 gold.
Yes.
That's in the player's handbook.
Yeah. Greater is 250.
Yeah.
Superior is 2,500.
What?
And a supreme is 25,000.
Oh my God, that's not even close to what on this one side. No, never mind.
What did that site say?
50, 100, 500, and 1350. I'm like, that's expensive, and you're like 400 million. It's like, whoa.
$400 million.
In this economy, Cormier just came out of a war, man. Come on.
That war he waged on his own.
And just so you know, those costs are twice the creation costs from Xanathar's guide. So what they're saying is it would have cost somebody half that to make it, so they would sell it for twice that.
You know how economy is supposed to work.
Yeah. Capitalism, baby.
Okay, so no superior or supreme because they're way too expensive.
I mean, you could get 4 superiors for 10,000 gold.
Oh, that's right. I've got 15,000. I keep ungodly amount of money that you gave us. I forgot.
Yeah, no, I'm being super nice. I'm giving you.
You are.
I'm giving you all the rope in the world to hang yourself with, so that when you die, nobody can go, "Well, you didn't give us this." No, it's all right.
What did you do?
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go into the fucking player's handbook and write down a whole goddamn shopping list.
that's
Oh,
why
I am too.
That's why I warned everybody about like rope and stuff, because I didn't want to get into this dungeon. Everybody be like, "Nobody's got rope." Like,
I'm about to be bringing in like four strings, each 50 feet long, just carrying 200 feet of rope on me.
You guys are gonna need a wheelbarrow just to carry all this stuff in.
Yeah.
Or a bag of holding.
Yeah,
Or
a bag
good
of
boy that can carry. Hang on.
Bag of holding can carry 500 pounds of materials.
195. He almost carries as much as I can.
Which is better, a bag of holding or a bottomless bag?
What is the bottomless bag? I've never heard of that.
That's new.
Bottomless bag. I'm trying to find it.
I look up bottomless bag and I get bag of holding.
The bottomless bag was on Critical Role.
It's probably just a bag of holding, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, it seems like it is, because it holds more than the haversack they gave her. But I think the bottomless bag it's just a bag of holding. And the haversack is like a lesser version of that.
Let's see, where is it?
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, no, I just heard them talking about that earlier, so I wondered which was better, a bag of holding or that, but they are the same thing.
So are we saying bag of holding is 500?
Let's see, bag.
Yes,
holding 5e. That doesn't have a cost. Let's see. The only categories of magic items in the index, not specifics, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't really say. So I'm guessing. What's D&D Beyond say? Does it have a price? No. It says it's 4 feet deep, hold 500 pounds, can't exceed 64 cubic feet. Xanathar's guide suggests. Oh, okay. No, go away. Xanathar's guide suggests a base price of 400 gold pieces for an uncommon magic item, which the bag of holding is.
To live with that.
Yeah, so Xanathar's guide suggests 1d6 times 100, with the average being 400. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Any other questions?
A portable hole is only 5,000 gold pieces, maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, just
I'd
using
rather have a fucking cloak of whatever the fuck it's called. Useful items. There it is.
Yeah, I think Scarla has the Cloak of Distortion, which
Oh yeah, it's like the displacer beast.
yeah.
Yeah, I love that thing. It's so fucking cool.
Advantages our attack against her gets disadvantaged because you can't technically tell which one to hit because it's like
Yeah.
a 3D image. Like there's 3 of them. It's pretty cool.
Hey,
Yeah, it's
give
not-
me your prices for the healing again, because the ones I have are wrong.
Okay. Health potion cost. And it is a regular healing potion. So the 2d4 is 50 gold pieces. Greater, which is 4d4, is 250.
Okay.
Superior, which is 8d4, is 2500. And Supreme, which I think is 12d4, is 25,000.
We can't afford.
Yeah.
10d4 actually.
10d4.
Plus 20.
Yeah, plus 20.
Anyway, yeah, we'll not worry about that one. Okay, I just want to get that down so I can finish my shopping.
Yep.
Let's see. It's like what force? What
Say what?
for 10,000? 2,500 ones. Which one was that?
Superior. So 8d4.
Okay.
8d4 plus 8. 44 plus 4. And 2d4 plus 2s. Anyway, this should be easy to figure out. Scaling wise. Anyway, let's see what else I can find.
Bag of holding. Takes me down to 4,500, which should be able to afford any mundane items that I need to get a hold. And if it's not, I'm gonna have some goddamn questions.
Yeah. All right, boys and girls. Looks like everything is wrapped up and ready for us to begin next Monday.
Tuesday.
Why do I keep saying Monday?
I don't know.
Apparently, you've got something going on next Monday that you
I definitely
remember.
don't.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You want to check your fucking calendar. You got to remember Monday, apparently.
Apparently, I should. I don't know what's going on.
Well, definitely can't wait.
Yeah,
Gotta figure out
for sure.
How I'm going to play this character. He's not going to be like he won't be like exactly like the Cap from MCU. Definitely.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's our own. So.
Yeah, no, they're all slightly inspired by.
There you go. Very good. Very good.
Yeah, slightly inspired by Captain America and Nightcrawler and the Scarlet Witch and Gimli.
And then-
I don't know.
It's a gift.
Hulk's that one friend in the cosplay tournament that didn't get the memo.
It's like Gimli and Legolas had a baby.
There you go.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh no!
Oh,
It is. It's a Dwarven Ranger.
yeah.
You talk about dwarves or rangers all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's an image you
I mean,
can't get
Philly
rid
and
of.
Killy.
What'd you say?
Philly and Killy
Okay, I mean, yes, this
from
is
the
true.
Hobbit movies.
Yes, I'm sure you could throw references to Dwarven Rangers at me.
Well, those are the only two I can think of. So,
Well, don't sneeze the wrong way, Hurt, or you won't make it through here.
No, I'm probably not going to make it through here anyway. I may have the healing spells and the revivify, but I'm the only one of us that has that shit.
That's true. If he goes down, there's no revivify.
Mhm.
So also make sure, Panda, to work into your prices. However many diamonds
Oh yeah,
or
yeah.
300
Please,
gold
God,
pieces
yes.
or more you would like to bring with you.
Well, the good news is that revivify is the only spell I have. Actually, I actually need to look into all these spells and see what the costs are.
See,
Mhm.
that's why.
Polymorph requires a caterpillar cocoon.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's why old Scarla has an arcane focus.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm Skippy.
They don't have to worry about
Mhm.
components going into this.
What the fuck? That's interesting. Banishment's weird.
Yeah.
The material component for banishment is an item distasteful to the target.
Weird. So it's very
Yeah.
specific. So you've got to know what they don't like.
Well, if it's undead things, I would assume a holy symbol of a good of a good god would.
Yeah, that would. But you're not a good god.
And
You follow an evil
Doesn't
god.
mean that he doesn't have some on hand.
I would say I could carry multiple holy symbols.
You just pull
Oh my
pull
god.
out a Moradin symbol or something. Like what is
Right.
this?
Oh,
Carillion
dwarf will
symbol out
smack
of your
you up.
bag?
Hey Cap, what god do you follow?
excuse me?
Oh Jesus!
Are we trying to proselytize me, tiefling?
No, I'm trying to figure out what gods you have so I can mock them.
Nope. Nope. Not saying anything. Not saying a thing.
Oh Jesus!
Oh man.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
I got one for you. Your
All right.
mother.
Oh,
Yeah, we've already been role playing. Me and him are going to have a lot of fun.
yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting set of characters to see how they get along. Um, I think between the only reason I feel comfortable with the four of you going through this is I think the four of you are smart enough to figure out the riddles and stuff. I would not run
Oh,
this
no.
at just anybody.
He's put too much faith in us, guys.
Yeah, I
Oh
agree.
god, we're fucked.
Maybe I have.
I'm glad I put that 14 in intelligence now, so I can at least play him
You're
above
the only.
average.
Yeah, you're the only one that likes puzzles.
I like puzzles.
Ugh.
Just because he likes them
Puzzles
doesn't mean he's
fun.
good at them.
Exactly.
Oh, we all love puzzles. Don't even start. We love a good teaser.
So yeah, diamonds worth 300 GP. No, I'm gonna let's see.
That's like the only spell component I know off the top of my head is I know Revivify.
It's the only spell that I have that's actually needs to be worth a specific gold price.
And thanks to Critical Role and Caleb, I know that haste takes black licorice.
Yeah.
I suddenly hate the save spell.
Yeah, I know, me too. Yeah.
Oh man.
And then
Like-
what? Message takes copper wire.
Yeah.
All things I've learned thanks to
Silver
Leo.
thread for alarm.
Yeah, yeah.
So what I'm learning here is that if I'm ever gonna do another spellcaster, to always have that arcane focus.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the problem. I
Well-
can't do third level spells, I don't think. I was talking about haste. I was looking it up. Never mind.
Yeah.
Maybe down the road.
Haste
Okay.
is a good one, man.
It is.
I was saying
no-
you can't cast haste yet.
No. you
No,
cannot.
no.
The clerics don't get it either, do they?
Not that.
I don't think they do.
There might be a domain somewhere that.
Let's see. Haste. Yeah, sorcerer and wizard,
Yeah, it makes sense.
which Scarlet didn't take haste.
I mean, charm person is
Mhm.
isn't a cleric spell, is it?
Charm person? No.
Yeah.
No, not unless you have a domain that gives it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Charm person. I'm 90% sure.
My first level domain spells are going to be
Bar-
useless in this.
Bard, Druid, Sorcerer, Warlock, and Wizard. Everything but a Cleric.
Yep,
Unless, again, you have the...
unless you're a trickery domain cleric.
The right domain will give it to you. But yeah. Fun.
Mhm.
So, all right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. It was a nice, short, and sweet session 0 before we jump into it next Tuesday. See, I got it right this time.
Just so you guys know, we have 5 do-overs for one person.
What you cut out? What'd you say?
I grabbed 5 diamonds
No.
for Revivify.
How long
If
does
you
Revivify
die
take?
outside of that, huh?
I don't know. Keep going.
Wait, what? No, what were you saying?
How long does Revivify
Oh, it's just an action.
take to cast? Just an action. Wow, that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did it
Yeah, one action.
last game.
but yeah, if any of you die, just remember those numbers fast. Don't feel
Yeah.
safe because we have do-overs.
Oh no.
And technically, that just brings you back to 1. So,
Yeah.
That's the caveat. And by the way, I don't get a 3rd level spell till 13th level.
Wow.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's that
brutal.
3rd caster, you know.
Yeah.
you want to borrow one of mine?
If only.
Yeah.
It's like I've got like a. Let me see what I've got. I got a cordon of arrows that you can have. Maybe a hail of thorns.
Hail.
You're not getting a barrage though. That one's mine.
Jeez.
All right, time to go home and plot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everybody, make sure and find your thinking cap.
I've got to figure out what the fuck to do with 3,000 gold now.
More healing potions.
And more
Yeah.
healing.
Well, I still have other things that I need to pay for too,
Oh, and
like
also,
a 10-foot pole and a pack.
you may think
Oh.
about like poison remedies, antitoxin.
Oh yeah, antidotes. Those are like
Yeah.
what 50 GP in the player's
I think
handbook.
they're only 50. Yes.
Only 50 compared to the
it's
like the
better than
3,000 I have. Yeah,
2,500.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Something that protects from disease that won't help you against poisons, obviously, right?
No,
Yeah. Nope.
it might help you from the poison condition.
Yeah,
Probably not.
but it won't
Really?
protect you from the
Oh,
damage.
yeah.
An antitoxin is 50 GP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A person who drinks it has advantage on saving poison 1 hour.
Hey, see, there you go. As long as you've got one for every hour you'll be in the dungeon, you'll get advantage on all your rolls.
Just buy 20 of them.
Yeah.
Drink
Walking
one every time one's up.
Just walking around with 20 vials of antitoxin.
Mhm.
It's gonna be great.
Was built for Nightcrawler, turns into Batman.
Yeah, utility belt.
Pretty much. Utility bag. The fanny pack of holding.
Mhm.
hey man,
Wow.
Oh man. All right, guys.
Grappling hook.
It's been fun. We'll see you
been real.
guys on Thursday. We'll be talking Magic and playing Arena.
Yay.
We'll definitely be talking about the Baldur's Gate set and some of the absolutely broken cards that they have decided to print into the world. So we'll definitely talk about that and be looking at some janky decks. I'm sure that BDC's been working on. Have all sorts of fun.
Mhm. And I'll see you guys next week.
Yep.
All right,
Yep.
guys.
See you
All right.
guys on Tuesday. I keep
Dungeon Ho.
Yeah.
I apologize for singing that may or may not happen in the future.
I'm sure we'll be all right. But anyway, thank you guys. Have a good week, and I will talk to you next week.
See See you guys.
Till then,
Bye.
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 we are fucked.
100% fuck. Yeah, no.